Salutations, it's Mr. Dube. So, if we're all gonna die one day, and this world is temporary, and we're just passing by here, and none of it matters ultimately, and people are gonna forget about us in a couple of centuries, then why even try? Why even bother waking up in the morning and attempting to achieve anything? Why even try? What's the point if you know you're gonna die and you know that in a couple of centuries people have forgotten about you? And you, Mr. Dube, Uncle Nate, Uncle Zakir, Uncle Mongeni, why do you feel anything? Why are you not in constant Zen mode, in a Zen state, calm all the time? Why do you let people's behavior affect you at times? Why do you feel down? Why do you feel up? Why do you feel anything? If you're aware that this place is temporary and you're simply passing by, it means you're a hypocrite. It makes you a hypocrite if you feel anything. These are some of the questions and comments that are posed to me by some of the youngsters in my life. And that's not correct. And I'm going to use a simple analogy to explain that. That when you are playing a game, whatever game it is, FIFA, GTA, a board game, even, I haven't played games in a long time. So I don't know what's out there in terms of video games, whatever video games out there, any online game, whatever game it is that you're playing. When you're getting your ass whipped in that game, are you calm? Are you just taking it? Are you sitting there playing in Zen mode and you're not getting moved at all? When you're losing in Monopoly, are you calm? Are you in Zen mode? Are you chilling? Even though you know that you're losing in Monopoly. Granted, there are some people who are like that, who are like calm, they don't care at all. Just like in this life, there's people like that who've reached that point where it literally does not matter at all. They've unlocked that level within inside themselves. However, when you're playing a game, you're engaged. You're immersed in that game so much that it affects you emotionally. It makes you feel. It makes you get upset. It works on your nerves. You feel it. You get upset when you lose. I know people that flip over a board of Monopoly when they lose. I know people who cry when they're losing in Monopoly. Literally cry tears because they're losing in Monopoly. So ask yourself that question, that you are aware that you are playing a game. It's just Monopoly, just FIFA, just GTA. You've built up this character and it's like a top character. You've spent weeks and months building up this character, then someone comes and restarts your server. How are you gonna feel about that? It's gonna be like, oh, okay. You're gonna be upset for a bit. You're gonna be upset for a bit, but ultimately, once the game has been packed back into the board, once you switch off the game and it's done, or you finish the game, it's done. You understand that you're playing a game. Now you're back to your reality. You're back to your reality. You're immersed in that game. You're feeling it. It's like even today when people put on those VR sets and they're inside the VR, the virtual reality world, and they're feeling it. They're feeling everything. They're getting excited. They're feeling all the emotions. They're feeling it. But ultimately, when they switch off, or once they switch off, they know it was just a game. Doesn't affect them further. That reality is no longer there. And it's the same thing with this world. It's a gift. It's a game. You're just playing it to play it. It comes with various rewards in the game. You get rewards within the game. You get rewards after the game is done. For some of us without religious beliefs, our competition is different. We're competing to be the best to people, the kindest, the most understanding, the most just, who can help the most people, who can bring up the most people, who can inspire, who can put life into the most people. We're competing for things like that. Others are competing for things in industry, who can build the biggest empire, who can create something that's never been created. It's just a game. We play to play it. We're just here to experience this place. But what I want for you to do is just to be aware that even though you feel everything, you feel it, it feels real, it is real. It's just a reality that you're experiencing right now. right? And what is reality at the end of the day? But a bunch of waves and vibrations that are interpreted by our brain. Light goes into your eyes, vibrations go into your ears, your brain interprets it as being a certain sound, your eyes interpret it as being a particular object in front of you because it's gone into your retina, goes through your brain. Your brain interprets the signals that are coming through your retina and it shows you an image in front of you, which is actually inside of you. What's happening inside your head. But it's not real at the end of the day. Because what is real? If you ask yourself that question. So even though you're immersed in this game and you're playing this game, and sometimes it gets very painful, it gets hard, you get frustrated, things don't go your way. Other players in the game set up traps for you. Because I want to look at it like an online game. Online game, we're all plugged in. We're plugging into the game. We're logging into the game, right? Within the game, there are people who are logged in, who are characters that are controlled by an actual person. Then you find characters that are just floating there, that are part of the game. They just make up the background and the ambience. I think they call them NPCs, non-playable characters. So a lot of non-playable characters in the game, and a lot of real players in the game. But it's a game. You come across players who try to help you. You come across players who try to get in your way. Some players will guide you in the right direction. Others will misguide you. Others will poke at you because they know, they're aware that they're playing a game. They can see that you're not aware. You think this is it. So they play on you. They mess with you. They F with you because they know it's a game. So they mess with you. They mess with you to see what's going to happen. And maybe you end up quitting. You take your life because you can't handle it. You can't handle the pressures from outside. But I want you to be aware that it's just a game. And just because it's a game, it does not mean you're not going to feel the pain. It doesn't mean it's not all real. Because what is pain as well? But a bunch of feelings that your nervous system interprets, or your brain interprets to tell you, okay, that's painful. You touch something, sends signals to your brain to say, what is that? Your brain's like, oh no, that hurts, it burns, it's sore, or it's sharp. So even if you're feeling all those feelings and you're feeling all those things and you're going through all those emotions, just remember it is a game. And you're just playing it to play it. Same way you're plugging in and you're playing an online game, you want to build the biggest, baddest character in the game, and you want to create this person in the game. But in the game, if you had to drop your PlayStation or your Xbox and it fell and you cracked into pieces, you'd be down for a bit. But you're not gonna be sad forever. Because you know you're gonna get another PlayStation, you can try again. However, this game you get one shot. But as long as you're breathing, your chance is every morning when you wake up, you're gonna have to buy another. You can't buy another life, not by buying another PlayStation. But every time you wake up in the morning, that's the reset. That's the new life. That's the new game. Every morning when you get up, you can start again. There is no yesterday. There is no tomorrow. There's now, right now in this moment. That's all we've got. And it's a gift to just make the most of it. And play it just to play it. The same way you're just playing a game online. Play it just to play. No matter how hard it is, remember, okay, I'm just passing by here. This is a game. It's going to end. It's going to switch off eventually. And none of it's going to matter. It's not who I am. You are not this flesh. This is just your avatar, right? You're a machine. Your body is literally a machine. It's even got an electrical rhythm inside of it. You're a machine. And you are inside of your machine. Your soul is inside of this avatar. And that's what it uses to experience this level of reality, this dunya. The soul doesn't have a color, a gender. It doesn't have anything. It's just a soul. Others say you pick your family, you pick your parents, and you come into this world and you plug in, you log into this world. In our religious beliefs, in some of our religions, we believe that it was written for you. 50,000 years before you came into this game, it was written for you. What you're going to do, what you're going to get up to. And the script can be changed through prayer and asking the creator. And that's a video for another day. I'll go into that in another day. However, what I want you to remember that it's just a game. Just playing a game. It's just an experience. It's an illusion. None of it's real. No matter how much it hurts, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people say. What you go through, no matter how painful it is, just do not give up. Remember, you're going to die, so live freely. Don't let it hold you back. Well, I'm saying you must remember you're going to die. I'm not saying it because I want you to be depressed and lay at home and be like, oh, why am I even trying anything? I'm going to die one day. I'm saying just go at it and do whatever the hell you want to do. As long as you're not harming another human being, you're not infringing on the rights of another person, then go do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. If they judge you, they judge you. It doesn't matter. You must look at those people who talk a lot, who have opinions of you, who are always talking down. You look at them as NPCs, non-playable characters, soulless bodies that are floating in this world. You don't affect me. You're not real. You're not real. You don't have a real player behind you. You're just an NPC, a program in this system. Right? I'll get deeper in another video. But their avatar might be taken over by another entity. And it's using that avatar, the person closest to you, to get to you, to bring you down. But that's for another video. But for this video, I want to remind again that just because you're going to die doesn't mean it doesn't matter. You shouldn't do anything, you shouldn't attempt. It's a gift. So use it to the best of your abilities. Become the best possible version of yourself because it's a gift. You're just playing it to play it, to experiencing it, to experience it. It's just an experience that you've been given by the universe. So when you go out there and you're feeling some type of way and you think, no, man, I shouldn't feel this. It's okay. You're going to feel feelings. Everything is real. You're feeling it. Your body's going to still. Just like in a dream state when you're dreaming and you're sweating and you wake up and your heart races up. Sometimes in a dream you're aware that you're dreaming, but it's still scary. When you wake up, you know that you're dreaming, but you're still uneasy for some time. So because we're so immersed in this place and we're so completely immersed in it, it feels like this is it. And that if things don't work out here, then that's the end of you. It is not. It's the end of your avatar. Yeah, but you're not going anywhere. You're eternal. Energy cannot be created, nor can it be destroyed. That's science. And religion tells us this world, afterlife is forever, it's eternal. God always was and God always will be. No one created him, no one can end him. He always was and always will be. Your soul always was and always will be. But this world is temporary. So just because you're going to die and this game is going to end one day, does not mean you should stop playing the game. Play the game and help wake up others within the game so they realize they're also playing a game. This is not real. This is not it. Just passing by. It's just it's a world of illusion. It's an illusion. Enjoy the illusion. Make the best of it. Become the best possible version of yourself. Find your way, the best way you know how. And forget about the NPCs and the other players in the game that are trying to come in your way. And focus on those who are trying to help you find your way. Focus on those who are feeding you positive energy, who are leading you into the right direction, who know what this place is. A game or a test. Some people call it a test. Testing ground for us. For us as Muslims, this is a testing ground. And our competition is different, as I said. We're competing for the non-tangible things that you can't touch with your hand. Even though our religion teaches us that no, you must enjoy your time in the game, build up as much as you can. Everything is from God anyway, so enjoy it. The cars, the houses, the clothes, everything beautiful is from God, so enjoy it. But remember that you're passing by. There's a saying in Islam that says, Ya Allah, please place the world in my hands and not in my heart. So that it's in my hands, I can play with it just like a game, move things around, play with it. But it doesn't affect me in my heart because it's not who I am. It's not part of me, it's just the world. So remember, yes, we're going to die. It does not mean that life is pointless. Shall go deeper into the topic in further videos. But just remember that this life is but a dream. But a dream. And if you ever had a lucid dream and you're able to jump up and fly in the dream, then you know it's just a dream. Just enjoy the dream. You're going to wake up and you know, okay, I was dreaming. But it was fun. It was beautiful. It's all an experience. We just give it meaning. It's all an experience. All it is an experience. The pain, the pleasure, the joy, whatever you have to go through, it's just an experience. Experience it and listen to what your soul is trying to teach you. Because you came here to evolve, to grow, to learn. Playing the game to learn, to evolve as a soul. You're trying to grow. So enjoy the experience and make the most of it. But do not let it weigh you down to a point where it paralyzes you from moving. And do not let it weigh you down to a point where you end up taking your life. Because there's nothing in this world that you want to overcome. What's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to die. Everything else in between is just an experience.